The second most common question or misconception that is there in the minds of the non-Muslim is that why are most of the Muslims fundamentalist? This question is often hurled at Muslims during any discussion on religions or any world affairs. Muslim stereotypes are perpetuated in every form of media, accompanied with the gross misinformation about Islam. In fact, such misinformation and false propaganda often leads to discrimination and acts of violence against Muslims. A case in point is the anti-Muslim campaign in the American media following the Oklahoma bomb blast, and the media was quick to declare Middle Eastern conspiracy behind the attacks. The culprit was later identified as Army, who was from the American Armed Forces. Let's analyze what is fundamentalist. A fundamentalist is a person who follows and adheres to the fundamentals of doctrine or theory he is following. For example, the doctor should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of medicine. If he wants to be a good doctor, he should be a fundamentalist. Similarly, for a good scientist, he should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of science. That means he should be a fundamentalist. For a good mathematician, he should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of maths. That means he should be a fundamentalist in the field of maths. One cannot paint all the fundamentalists with the same brush, that all fundamentalists as either good or bad. It depends upon the person who is a fundamentalist in the field or activity in which he is a fundamentalist. For example, there is a fundamentalist robber or thief whose profession is steal and rob. He causes harm to the society. He is a bad person. On the other hand, there is a doctor who is a boon to the society. He is a good person. As far as I am concerned, I am a fundamentalist Muslim and I am proud to be a fundamentalist Muslim because by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I know, follow and strive to practice the fundamentals of Islam. A true Muslim does not shy away from being a fundamentalist because I know the fundamentals of Islam are beneficial for the society as a whole. Because I know that there is not a single fundamental of Islam which is against humanity or that causes harm or is against the interest of the humanity as a whole. I challenge any human being to point out a single fundamental of Islam which is against humanity as a whole. Many people have the misconceptions and consider some fundamentals or several teachings of Islam to be unfair or improper. This is due to the misinformation and incorrect knowledge about Islam. And moreover, many observe the teachings of Islam superficially or out of context. If one critically analyzes the teachings of Islam with open-minded and unbiased, then he will agree that Islam is the best way of life. According to Webster's dictionary, the word fundamentalist, it was first used to describe a group of American Protestant Christian in the early 21st century. The Christian church believed that the Bible was the word of God. These American Protestant Christians not only believed that the Bible was the word of God, but every word, every letter of the Bible was the word of God. Thus, fundamentalism was a word which was first used to describe a group of Christians who consider the Bible as a verbatim word of God. According to the Oxford Dictionary, fundamentalist is a person who strictly adheres to the ancient teachings or scriptures or fundamentals of the doctrine of any religion. But if you read the revised edition of Oxford Dictionary, there is a slight change. It contains fundamentalist is a person who strictly adheres to the ancient scriptures or fundamental of any religion, especially Islam. The moment when you hear the word fundamentalist, you start thinking of Islam. You start thinking of extremist. And today, media, they are attacking Islam. They are saying that Muslims are fundamentalist. Muslims are extremists. And we Muslims, we are apologetic. But I say that I am a fundamentalist. I am extremely kind. I'm extremely honest, I'm extremely merciful, I'm extremely just. Could anyone tell me that what is wrong in being extremist? That means extremely kind, extremely merciful, extremely just, extremely loving. Yes, we have to be extremist in the right direction. We should not be extremist in the wrong direction. And the Quran says that you have to be extremely honest. You can't be partly honest. When it benefits you, you are honest, and when it does not benefit you, you are dishonest. Quran says you have to be extremely honest, you have to be extremely just, you have to be extremely merciful. but you have to be extremist in the right direction. But we Muslims should be extremist in following the teachings of the glorious Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 208, which says that, Ya ayyuhallazina adkhulu silmi kafatan wa la tattabi'u khutuwati shaitan innahu lakum aduwwun mubin. O you Muslims, enter into Islam wholeheartedly and do not follow the footsteps of Satan. And we Muslims, we are apologetic. And the media is attacking Islam, and Muslims, we are becoming apologetic. We are afraid. What are we afraid of? The best deen we have, but we are afraid. It's the time that we should turn the table over.